What's up? Lionel is rediscovering himself. Sam bombs on her junior thesis. And is Brooke too much to handle? All that and more on Chapter 3, Episode 3 of Dear White People.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Woo! What's up, guys? My name is TK Trinidad. I don't think I'll ever get used to this intro music. I mean, it's great. But you guys been rocking with us for a while. This is my third season. We used to have, interesting intros, but I'm not gonna.
See, I'm used to it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look back. I'm just looking forward. So what's up, guys? My name is TK Trinidad. Just two of us in the studio today, because people have lives.
Two.
And with me, I have Benny Adams.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Glad to be here yet again to talk about another episode of Dear White People.
Another episode. How did you like it?
I liked it. I really like how we're starting to see more of the minor characters and see more of their personalities come through. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, you're seeing everybody evolve throughout the seasons, and then you are seeing a lot of the characters where you just saw a little bit of them before, and now you're actually getting to know what makes them tick.
Yes.
Which is all good. And we did see, we'll get to that. I was really excited to see a certain part of it. But let's kind of let's start off with Brooke. Brooke has been consistent through all the seasons, but now we're seeing a little bit more of her. We know that she is, she knows what she wants. She goes after it. And if she doesn't make it in life, I don't know.
Right.
What's gonna happen? So it appears that she wants to do a project with Sam, almost do a feature, and then she wrote 10 articles that she's waiting for Lionel to essentially edit and put up on the site. So what do you think of her escapades with white boy?
I think Brooke was just very lonely and bored, and she wanted to get whatever she could get, and she got it.
Yeah.
She's the type of person who, you saw her text messages. She was texting literally everyone. Everyone on her phone for that booty call.
Oh my gosh.
And she didn't quit until she got it, and that's her personality. She's a feisty one. She's not gonna stop at anything until she gets it, and that's with anything that she does in life.
Yeah, I think with some stuff, I'm kind of that. I see that personality because it's the only thing somebody can do is say no.
Yeah, that's true. And you have to wonder, should we all have that type of personality?
No, absolutely not. I mean, yes and no, but if you think about it, if we are all like that, then, the world may be a better place, or the world would be a more aggressive place, like a dog-eat-dog place.
That's true. So maybe kind of in the middle.
Yeah, because you need some lazy people. You need some lazy people. Yeah. You need some people that are procrastinators.
Some laid-back people.
Yeah.
Some, take it chill and easy.
Yeah, only a few people could be the 1%.
I agree with that. I'll give that one to you.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Okay.
I would like to be part of that 1%.
I'll be the chill, laid-back person. I'll take it.
Okay, we'll disagree on that one. So do you think Brooke is going to be successful at, I guess, getting what she wants? What do you think her ultimate goal is after college?
I think her ultimate goal is after college is just to be the biggest, most well-known person there is. I think she just wants to be a success. Everything that she does, she wants it to be, an A+. And so I think that's where she sees herself, just someone high on top and just someone successful and someone who was able to do it and to do it well.
Now, do you think that, I don't remember seeing her origin story, her with her parents or anything. Do you remember seeing that?
I don't.
So what do you think her story was or is?
I feel like her parents were very hard on her. And they wanted nothing but the best from her.
Or it could be the extreme opposite.
It could. But
they were
do whatever you want, honey.
Drug dealers or, hookers or something like that. To the extreme opposite, where she was determined to be successful and not like her parents.
Or it could be her parents just didn't even pay attention to her. And that made her work even harder to get her parents to notice her.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. I'm actually really curious to see her origin story as far as how she got to where she is, because not that personality. Everybody's personality is just building blocks off of however we were raised and experiences that happen. So I'm curious, and I hope they play that out. And obviously, the season Well, they haven't announced another season, but I'm assuming there should be another season.
Yeah.
But they've been Netflix is kind of been weird.
They
like
usually
canceling
wait
shows
a
sometimes.
while,
too.
yeah.
They kind of wait, like leave you on the ledge, like, oh, this is great. Now is there gonna be another one? No, we're gonna make you wait. That's just how it is. So we talk about Sam. Let's go to Sam now. So she essentially bombs on her junior thesis. She thought she had it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
We have a surprise acting debut by Justin Simien, the creator and writer of Dear White People, which was interesting. Like
two parts, right? Or
yeah,
two characters.
I think he was the what was the name of that? Mr. Greggins?
I think so.
I think that was him, but I'm not sure. So let us know in the chat. But we see Justin Simien. He's playing Jerry Schuyler. It's almost like a Stan Lee type thing. It's like, oh, okay. Like I see.
I'm gonna
get
pop
that extra
up
check.
in my own show.
Why not?
Yeah,
get that check.
he's good.
So she kind of thought she had it in the bag, but obviously she didn't prepare for it. And then she's talking to Gabe about it, and she's like, I'm just tired of being ready for everything. It's exhausting. So what do you think? Do you think Sam was complaining? Do you think Sam should just, this is where you are, just do it? Or
I honestly don't think that Sam had it in the bag. Like, after seeing her footage of it was just plants and flowers, I think she thought she could just talk her way out of it and BS out of it. I don't think she was prepared whatsoever.
Right.
And I think, she deserved what she got because she didn't put, her full effort into it. And, I really like how we're seeing Sam this season, because this is a completely different version of her. We're not seeing this girl with all of this energy and all of this pride in what she does. It seems like she just doesn't really care anymore, and that she lost her sense of self.
See, I take it like if you're good at school and school is easy to you, the first year or two of university, bless you, year or two in university, you can BS your way. Like, you really don't need to put, and this is from experience, you don't really need to put that much effort. Like, your 60%, as long as you have a good work ethic and study effort, and you know how to put it together, like, your 60% is probably better than the people who procrastinate and leave it to last minute. So she's been used to being that smart person. She used her smarts to BS her. And now she's getting to something where it's very detailed. And that BS is not going to work. It's just like, you're doing general ed in the first 2 years, and then you get to another year where it's specialized. And everybody is concentrating on that. So you have to be better than everybody. Therefore, now the work ethic happens.
Right.
And I think she's realizing that I can't.
Do you think also it's just more do you think it has something to do with X in that whole situation? Because I'm still confused about that. Yeah.
I don't think so. I feel like, she has the radio show, or she had the radio show, which she's not doing anymore. She's spending more time with Gabe and less time with her best friend, or less time with her friends. And then, I think that's kind of a part where it's entertaining, but I don't think she's thinking about that whatsoever.
Okay.
I think she's trying to figure out what this chapter of her life is.
Right.
Because when you're hit in the face with something that's like, oh, I have to really put in work, and you realize that maybe you weren't putting in the effort that you thought you were, that you were skating on, your intelligence.
Right.
And then now you actually have to do actual work. It's like, wait, what? Wait a minute.
What's work?
Yeah. Well, not even what's work. It's like, I thought I've been doing work all this time.
Yeah.
And no, I wasn't.
Right.
So I think she's kind of battling with that self-awareness thing, and then, we'll talk about the next episode, but it's just kind of one of those things. I think she's just figuring that's what college is. Right.
And it's cool that, like you said, that's what college is, and it's cool that they're bringing that up, because real college students go through this. Yeah. There are people who I remember when I was in college, I would hear people say, oh, high school was so easy. I just breezed right through it. I barely had to do any work. They get into college freshman year. It's a good transition from high school, so it's the same way. But then sophomore, junior year comes, and it's a whole different battlefield. Yeah. And it just takes them by surprise.
Yeah, and then don't get the wrong teacher. Like, I remember I had a Shakespeare teacher, And his thought process, and I kind of wish I took his class now because I ended up dropping out of the class because my thought process was this way and his was different. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is not going to work.
Right.
And being a student athlete, they're like, yeah, sure. Just it was very simple to say, yeah, I need a new class.
Right.
And I kind of wish I did because in a lot of colleges, you can literally just track your own programming until you decide to challenge yourself.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. We'll see where Sam ends up. I do love the fact that she's embracing, her and Gabe are, back together and they're embracing their love and they're supporting each other because he's the one who called her out on it. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see how that all
It would be
goes.
cool if Gabe will be the one to just get her right back on track.
Maybe, but he's also dealing with his own issues.
Yeah.
3 to 4 jobs.
Yeah, he is. That might get a little tiresome, him having to deal with that and Sam.
Well, yeah, because I think he's going to come to a point where it's just like, get off, like, it's not, he's going to come to a point, well, it's a catch-22 because the way Gabe explained it is, the way Gabe seems, he comes from a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And Sam was more middle class, little upper middle class type situation.
Yeah.
So it's like they both have problems, but it's like first world problems. Mm-hmm. So it's just like they can both look at each other like, what are you really complaining about? Like you're on a university campus.
Yeah.
Oh, you're working 3 to 4 jobs. Poor you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's far worse. So it's just, we'll see what happens with that relationship.
We will.
Do you think they will last past university?
That's hard to say. I want to say yes because they're so different, and the saying opposites attract.
Right.
But we see the relationship behind these university walls. We haven't really seen it in the real world. Mm-hmm. Once they get these adult type jobs, how are they going to fare once they start interacting with people outside of college? Mm-hmm. So like they're still in this little college bubble, and everyone deals with that who's in a relationship in college. Yeah. So the real test is having that relationship outside of college. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if they'll continue after that or after they're done. It's almost like a black Saved by the Bell situation.
And it shows, like, there's always going to be, like, a new love interest. There's always going to be a love triangle. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was put to the challenge.
Yeah, I could see Sam just like, you know what, I can't anymore. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
You never know.
You never know. Speaking of never knowing, Lionel, or Chester, a.k.a. Chester. So...
that voice, man. That voice.
I have to admit, though, I think 2 or 3 times during my life up until this point, not as of late, but I attempted to write a book like loosely based on my life, maybe 2 or 3 times. So I could definitely relate to Lionel, where you take situations and you embellish it, and you're like, this will be a book. Like my whole saying was like, oh, don't worry about it. This is just gonna be in the book one day. So I think Lionel do you think he's like heartbroken and now he's trying to explore himself, explore or rediscover what he or who he is, or do you think he's like, this was what I was doing last semester. Mm-hmm. I'm now just gonna play the field this semester.
I think Lionel is just realizing, hey, this is college. This is my junior year. Mm-hmm. I want to live the best college experience. Right. Go out, do me, and have fun. Mm-hmm. And ain't no shame in that.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, true. You know what I wish they would have explored? And I don't know if they have, but student athletes.
True.
I don't think we've seen any, and of course it's a different, that's a whole different
I don't think they have.
Sect, but I wish they would have had at least 1 or 2 student athletes, because that's a different experience in itself too.
Hey, you never know. Season's not over yet.
Season is not over yet. So are you for the Chester? Are you gonna read the book when it comes out? Are you against Chester? Are you with the voice and his whole experience?
Hey, look at me. That type of. You know what? I would love to read that. I would love to read that because I would just love to get in his mind and just read how he embellishes his life. Because like I love his journey as a character. He started off as like this really like shy, timid guy, and now he's this guy who's he's exploring his sexuality.
He's the editor of a newspaper.
Yeah, and he's just living life, and he has so much confidence, and I love it. So yeah, hands down.
Yeah,
I would read that book.
And he ends up at a house of no pie.
Yes,
which was I hope excuse me, I hope they explore that a little bit more. So House of No Pie, I hope you get the reference, because I'm not going to dig in too much deeper with that.
And they explain it on the show.
So there's some lesbians and gay men, I guess. Please let me know in the chat. I'm not familiar with all the terminology, but it's just kind of like there's so many variations that I hope they explore that and what it's like to be on a college campus. Yeah. Because I wasn't quite sure what I saw.
And you know what I really liked about that was it was just we've never really seen something like that on any other TV show
I think maybe
before.
Pose, maybe?
Really?
I think Pose. But I'm not sure. I haven't seen Pose. I know of Pose, but I think we're seeing it's becoming more acceptable,
right, which is really cool, and I really like that. And it was awesome just to see, you know, all of these LGBT youth just in one room and just conversing like any other any other fraternity or sorority.
Right. I wonder too. Well, Justin Simien, I believe, identifies as gay, but I wonder if there were or are stereotypes within that segment that I don't know if the right words were unacceptable, but there are stereotypes that we as viewers just interpret as this is what it is. Right. Because now you look at that situation and not, you know, being a part of it, you can see how some people would look at a racial situation on TV and not interact with a certain group of people and think like, okay, this is how it is. Right. So it's when you see something that you're not familiar with, I think now you can see the other person's perspective. Yeah. But coming at it with an empathetic view versus applying it to everybody. I think that's what makes the difference between
I agree with that.
Intelligent people and stupid people.
Yeah, and like I said, like I'm glad that they are just showing more of that and just giving us just helping us learn and see, you know, what it's like.
Yeah. So what do you think is what is the outcome for Lionel this season? Seems like he's on the hunt, but he doesn't know what the hunt is, what he's hunting for.
It would be cool to just see Lionel get in a healthy relationship.
I think that's what he wants.
Yeah. I don't think Lionel really wants to be the guy hooking up with everyone. I think he's just trying to find that special someone.
Yeah. I think some people can do that. Like I met a gentleman the other day, a couple weeks ago, and he was because I was like, I know you from somewhere. And he's like, oh yeah, I dated this person. I was like, okay. But then in that year, he had like three to four other girlfriends. I'm like, oh, well, the problem's you. Yeah. Like, it's not, I mean, it might be normal for you, and like the fact that you can float in and out of relationships, they like good on you, but some people just can't do that. And I think Lionel's on that spectrum of things where he just wants somebody consistent that, you know, he can have feelings for and also this stuff versus, you know, putting different people in different boxes and, you know, doing all that schematics and math and all that stuff.
Right. And I feel like that's what he's doing is his way of trying to find that special someone. Yeah. So.
And what do you think of the vignettes that have been throughout the whole 3 chapters? So you had the Handmaid's vignette, the last couple episodes again. You had the Empire vignette from last season, and then you have the Mr. Griggins vignette, which is I can't remember what show it's based off of. Is it Benson?
Is it? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I know there is a show. I just can't think of what show it is.
At first, I thought it was Sanford and Son, but then I was like, no, I don't think it is.
No, Sanford and Son is Sanford and Son. Yeah. In a, I think it was in they're in like a junkyard or something.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Benson because I think Benson was maybe I don't know. I think it's Yeah, because I don't think there has been like a black... no, because he was a black butler to the Fresh Prince, which was a whole black family.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had... there was a black maid. What was it? The Jeffersons?
The Jeffersons, but that was to a black family too. So it has to be a black butler to a white family. I think it might have been Benson, but I don't even know. Benson. I've seen clips of it through other shows, but I don't know if that's the show. So let us know in the chat what show it is.
Let us know.
Because I can't pinpoint it. But we have a special segment that we call Dear White People.
Yes.
Where we just... for folks who don't know, like I said, if you're not familiar with the culture, you have some questions, or, you're like, oh my, you see something on TV and you're like, this is how it all is. We're just, educating you.
Yeah.
So, you have anything you want to tell folks, just educate them on?
I would say to stop assuming that all black people are just amazing at sports. Basketball, football, and you name it.
Yeah,
I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny it's how bad I went to University of Oregon, and what happened was all the kids, if you were black, all the kids assumed you were an athlete, so they ask you for your autograph. So you'll be in the mall, and they have no idea who you are.
Right.
They have no idea what your name is, but they're like, oh, athlete, and they'll ask you for your autograph.
Right.
It was so weird. I don't know if this was a great experience or not a great experience, but as you can tell, my hair color is well, yeah, that was last week. As you can tell, my hair color has changed. It's just interesting. I went to Dallas this weekend, so it was just interesting how people are so enamored with the different hair colors, and I understand it because it's like, how does this girl change her hair every week or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
But I don't know, because I don't mind the questions. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to feel. The hair touching is obviously about hair.
Yeah.
The hair touching is obviously a no. But the questions is one of those things where it's like, I don't mind the questions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know how I feel about that.
And I can one up on that. Also, when they assume that every single black person has to have the same type of hair texture. There are black people who have curly hair. There are black people who have wavy hair.
Right.
There are black people
the 4C, the 3C.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. It's all different. And I think a lot of people think that you have to be biracial in order to have curly hair. Like, black people can't have curly hair or wavy hair.
I think that's a black people thing. I don't think that's a white people thing.
Really?
Because
I've heard both. I've heard it from both.
Because I think that black people have associated the black people are the ones who started the good hair thing. Well,
I agree with that. No, they because
if you go back to this is a rabbit hole thing. Yeah, you can go back to slavery and like that's a whole thing. But as far as again, letting you know in the chat. But yeah, I think black people are the one who this was the whole thing with. Mm-hmm.
The good hair,
right?
The bad hair.
I think here's what it is. Now I know what to say. Dear white people, this is just based off of doing different shows and being asked. I had a photo shoot and I had to do. I was filming for Steve Harvey in one day, and the photo shoot required me to. They wanted me. It was for a hair company, and I had purple hair. And then Steve Harvey's folks said, "We like your hair, but we want something a little bit more straight."
Right.
So. My thing is an acceptance of it just is what it is.
Right.
Like, unless it has to do with a commercial or I'm promoting something that specifically has to do with hair, I feel like you telling me to change my hair it shouldn't be a thing. Right. Because it's because of my creativity and the ability to change my hair. I'm now exploring different things, but now I feel like I have to not do that because I might be called to this shoot or I might have to do this show and they're going to ask me to change my hair, which has happened in the last 6 months on several occasions.
Okay.
So I think it's not even a Dear White People thing. It's just a Dear Everybody thing in the entertainment industry. So I feel like people who are dealing with folks that have different types of hair, they have to realize that one, it takes time, so you can't just
a lot of time.
Ask them to change it in one night, and two, why are you really asking them to change them? What image are you trying to force them to be in for whatever production?
Right.
That's my take on it. That was like a super roundabout way of getting to that point. But it came.
Hey, it's a big topic.
It is.
It's a very big topic.
Let's not even talk about
hair
this
in the
here,
Black community.
Anywho, where can people find you?
People can find me on all social media at Benny J Adams. But before we go, we have a special announcement that we want to tell everyone.
Oh, yes.
We here at AfterBuzz TV want to just thank all of you guys.
Oh, yeah, that part.
We want to thank all of you guys for making us the ESPN of TV talk. And in order for us to grow even more, we need your help. So if you're on YouTube right now, go ahead, give us a thumbs up. If you're on iTunes, go ahead and give us a 5-star. Working at AfterBuzz means so much to us, and we just want to continue to learn and grow. So go ahead, leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing, and we're going to continue to give you guys good content.
For real.
Yeah.
All right. Where's your Instagram again?
Benny J Adams.
There
go ahead
it
and
is.
follow me.
Follow Betty. You can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad, or you can go to tktrinidad.com. It reminds me I need to post my Dallas stuff. Anywho, until next time.
Till next time, guys.
Ciao.
See you later.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.